What's going on, guys? It is your boy, Mr. Noland. All right, on this video, I am going to review with you exponents and prime factorization. So some are like, this is hard. Don't worry, it's not going to be that hard. I got you. So let's go ahead and start with exponents. So this big number, the 2, this number is our base. This is the number we're going to be multiplying by. The 3 is our exponent. That is going to tell us how many times we have to multiply the base by. Some of you are, that makes no sense. Well, again, here we go. So 2 to the 3rd, you take your base number 2 and you multiply it by itself 3 times. So that's 2 times 2 times 2. That's now factor form. Now we can put it in standard simplest form. What is 2 times 2? Well, that's 4. Bringing this down. What is 4 times 2? Well, that's 8. So guys, to sum this up, 2 to the 3rd power is the same as 2 times 2 times 2. That's factor form. And it's also equivalent to 8, which is standard simplest form. That's it. Not bad at all, right? So let's go ahead and check out the next one. The next one is 4 to the power of 5. So how would you write 4 to the power of 5 in factor form? Well, that is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. I take my base, which was 4, and I multiply it by itself 5 times. Now I'm going to show you another way of putting this in simplest form. Okay? Well, what is 4 times 4? Well, that's 16. Well, what is 4 times 4 right there? Well, that's also 16. This last 4 has to come down. All right. Now, does it matter which order I multiply these 3 numbers? No, it doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these 2. What is 16 times 4? Well, that is 64. Bring down the other 16. Now I have only these 2 numbers left. So what is 64 times 16? 6 times 4 is 24. Carry the 2. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 2 is 38. Second row, add a 0. 1 times 4. 1 times 6. Add straight down. So in standard simplest form, 4 to the power of 5 is the same as 1,024. Guys, that's how you do exponents. That's it right there. So let's go into the next piece, which is writing again in factored form and simplest form. So again, we're given an exponent, 3 to the 3rd. What is 3 to the 3rd in factor form? Well, that is 3 times 3 times 3. Simplest form. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Ooh, now what happens if we have this next one? Oh, I got 2 squared times 3 squared times 7. So I start with my base 2. How many 2s should I have? 2 of them. My next base is 3. How many 3s should I have? 2 of them, and then times 7. There's your factor form. So let's multiply it out. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. And bring down the times 7. Well, guys, 4 times 9, that's 36. Bring down the times 7. So 36 times 7. Well, 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 4 is 25. So in standard simplest form, that answer is 252. So again, those are all exponents putting in factored form and standard simplest form. Now let's talk about prime factorization. So let's say I want to know what are the factors of 200. So guys, we're going to create a factor tree. I need 2 numbers that multiply to give you 200. Now remember, do not use 200 times 1 because you're just going to have to multiply by 200 again. Remember, you cannot use decimals either. They have to be whole numbers. Well, some of you are going to say, well, you can do 100 times 2. That would work. You could do 25 times 8, 20 times 10. I mean, there's multiple ways you can do it. Okay. So again, this is prime factorization. So we're trying to factor all the way down until we get prime numbers. Does anyone remember what a prime number is? A prime number is a number that can only be multiplied by 1 in itself. So again, we're looking for what are the factors, prime factors of 200. So we broke it down to 100 times 2. Well, guys, 2 is a prime number. I'm going to circle it. That's as low as it goes. 100 is a composite number. I need to break it down. Some are going to say 50 times 2. Some of y'all would have done 20 times 5. Some of y'all would have done 10 times 10. It doesn't matter because at the end you'll get the same answer. 2 is a prime number. I'm going to circle it. 50 is composite. I need to break it down. What multiplies to give you 50? Well, that would be 25 times 2. Well, again, 2 is prime. Circle it. What multiplies to give you 25? Well, that's 5 times 5. Now, notice how we broke down all of our factors and we circled all of our prime numbers. So what are the factors? What are the prime factors of 200? You have to put them in order from least to greatest. So we have a 2 times a 2 times a 2 times a 5 times a 5. These are your prime factors of 200. Now let's make sure that if I multiplied all these numbers, it gives me 200. Well, guys, 2 times 2 is 4. Bringing everything else down. 4 times 2 is 8. Again, I'm bringing everything else down. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 times 5 is 200. Look at that. When I multiplied all my prime numbers, I got 200, which is what we started with. Woo! Did I just blow y'all's mind? All right, let's do one more example of a prime factorization. Let's do prime factorization. Let's go with, I don't know, 60. So I need 2 numbers that multiply to give you 60. Well, let's do 10 times 6. 10 is a composite number. I need to break it down. What multiplies to give you 10? Well, that's 2 times 5. 2 is a prime number, circle it. 5 is a prime number, circle it. Now we have to break down the 6. That's a composite number. What multiplies to give you 6? Well, 2 times 3. 2 is prime, I'm circling it. 3 is prime, I'm going to circle it. Well, guys, notice everything is now prime. It's now circled. Let's put it in factor form from least to greatest. I have a 2 times a 2 times a 3 times a 5. Now let's just double check and make sure it multiplies to give me 60. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. Again, look at, here's my prime factors. It gave me 60, which is what I started with. So this is a good answer. All right, guys, I hope this video helps, and I will talk to y'all soon. All right, bye.